It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone, and no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First down past the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
35. First down, Indianapolis.
Throwing is Eason. Rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Eason. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's first and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Not much there, only a yard.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Eason on second down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
Throwing on third and long. Eason flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth. They'll run with Mixon, and nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. That means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And 3.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And that's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Going deep here for Allen. He's got a man complete. And way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Their own 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's got some space here. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Eason to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Man, that's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter.
Colts, nothing.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Play action. It's Eason. Out to his left. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. John Ross, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Tucker McCann
To try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
Early in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. He got 29 yards that time.
Bring it, baby, bring it.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Herbert throwing again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Again, Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up on the left hooker. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
They'll take over.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 7-yard line.
Eason. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, You don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
7-yard pickup.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Herbert off of play action. His pass caught at the 4. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Eluding the pressure right, and he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The lines move there, look like nobody open, now second down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw again, Eason. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's Eason off the play fake. Got a man open, it's Ross. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Joe Mixon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Well, the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He'll get this to Apple. He's taken down inside the 30. The Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
At the 29-yard line.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
Intercepted by the Colts. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. It finds his target, Fuller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Herbert on the option. He's going to run with it. And that's incomplete. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. It's Herbert. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10
at their own 27. The drive will commence with a run by Mixon. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
They go play action with Eason. Campbell making the catch.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Eason sets to throw it.
On the move to his left. And he's got a man here, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Mixon on the toss right. Very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 13-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
A shotgun handoff to Patterson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Chargers' 15-yard line.
misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. Mixon hit, and Alabama's out. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him the opportunity.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. From the gun again to Mixon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
For the field goal. A 27-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points, said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They got a shot.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now we got to the check down. A nice safe throw and a good one.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The 41-yard line.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Now Herbert gives this one to Kelly. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 44. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun, Eckler. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. On the option, here's Eckler. He's got the first down inside the 10. And did he get in? No, down at the 1-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
That's another Chargers first down.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Out of the gun. Crusher there as it's intercepted.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
They try to eat some clock with Mixon. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 2-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mixon. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Joe Mixon, 99 yards. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already in a spot where you're thinking you get 3 on the swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 35.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. This is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Julian Blackman. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Another costly turnover, their 2nd of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing? It's football. Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will return home next week to take on the Las Vegas Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.